What's up, YouTube? Don't forget to save, aka Sam. I'm back. Last week, kind of a couple updates here for you guys. Last week I was pretty ill. I was pretty sick last week, and so between being sick and kind of recovering over the weekend, that's where I've been. And then I've been catching up for what I missed from being sick last week. That's where my schedule's at. So that's what I've been up to. Just kind of a quick update for everybody. Um, Today I got a story for you guys. So if you guys like my content, want to leave a comment, drop me a like, subscribe if you haven't, all that good fun stuff. So today I'm going to tell you guys a story from back in the day, and we're going to talk about Charlie the card shop guy. Okay? Now, I used to hang out at the card shop. This was in, a small town in southern Iowa, we'll say it that way. I'm not going to give full names here because, out of respect for everybody's privacy. Um, I can say Charlie, and it could be anybody. I could be talking about anybody. Okay, so anyway, um, so I used to hang out with him, and I'd buy cards at his card shop. He was basically my that dude Mike before I knew that dude Mike or was on YouTube. This is again back in the day, right? He had his card shop. It was up on the square. So my story begins where good stories begin, with the pretty girl. Now, there was this thing where the younger crowd always seemed to. She was of age, I'm pretty sure, but she didn't. It was one of those situations where you couldn't tell. But like, I was never looking at it like anything other than being friends anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But the point is like a lot of the younger crowd like to come hang around with me, and I don't know why. I didn't go seek them out. It's just one of them things that it followed me up to here, unfortunately, and ended up biting me in the ass. But anyway, that's besides the point. Maybe not in the way you guys think it either, but the point is that she'd come over to my apartment, and we'd hung out or whatever, and I guess she invited me over to go see her or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Like, she wanted me to come over and visit her or something, and so I go over to this guy's house, right? It's up off the square, and it's just brick apartment buildings, and I go up there, and the guy, I know the guy's name I remember was Marty. There's Marty, and there's two other guys there. I call them the Three Stooges, right? The Three Stooges are there, right? So I go up there, and this Marty character starts threatening me, saying, "Oh, my arm!" I remember him saying, "My arms are as big as your neck. I could break your neck." I remember that being said to me, and I stood up and I stuck my finger in his face because I'm not going to get in a fight at somebody else's house. If I do, the cops get called. I'm going to get in trouble, right? So I'm trying not to get into a fight there, but I stuck my finger in his face, and I said, "Dude, next time I see you, me and you are going to have a conversation," and then I turned around and walked out, and I never did talk to the girl again. I don't know if she was sweet on me or what the deal was, but like, I can't even remember what her name was. At that point, it wasn't about the girl at that point. At that point, it was like, me and him are going to fight, right? So what's this got to do with Charlie, right? I'm going to get into that real quickly. So let's fast forward a couple weeks now. And again, this apartment was right across the street from where Charlie's card shop is, right? Me and Charlie'd sit outside and we'd have a cigarette or whatever because he didn't smoke inside, Got a bunch of cards in there. You don't want to smoke inside with a bunch of cards and collectibles, right? So we was out front smoking a cigarette. And who do I see walk out the front door but the Three Stooges themselves? Old Marty. Remember, he's going to break my neck. Remember, guys? Marty's going to break my neck, right? So I look over at Charlie, and I had just lit my cigarette, right? I'm like, I ain't going to break my cigarette hitting the dude with the lit cigarette. I was like, the shit's too expensive. Here, hold my cigarette. So I tell Charlie, I said, hold my cigarette, dude. I go out, I meet him out in the street. I walk up, and then remember, this is like a street that leads to the square. So like, there's businesses up and down, the bars right there. There's the movie theater on that side. And there's businesses and stuff on the other side. So there's people around. It's not just me and Charlie out there. There's people around, right? So I run up on a guy, and I was like, "Hey, dude, I remember you talking all this mess." I start yelling at him. I like, "Oh, you talking that slick stuff. You're going to do this and that, woo, woo, woo." I was like, "Well, I called him every name in the book but a dirty white boy. I begged him to come over and try taking a swing at me. And his buddies, like, hunched their shoulders up. They wasn't backing him up. They're like, "Dude, we're bouncing," right? So he kind of stands there, and then he turns around and he just walks away. And I'm yelling at him. I'm like, you can hear me yelling like clear across the square. I'm yelling at him. I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I thought, punk." I'm cussing him out. I'm cussing him a blue streak, right? I'm calling him out in front of everybody. Like, he looks like a little bitch, right? He gets in his fucking vehicle and runs off. And so I go turn back around. I go back up to Charlie. I get my cigarette back. And guys, I wish I had a camera to show you. Charlie's eyes were the size of dinner plates, and his jaw was on the ground. He's like, "You crazy son of a bitch!" He gives me my cigarette back. That was Charlie, man. That's my Charlie story for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy that. Um, you guys want me to give you the addendum to that? Okay, I'll give you guys the addendum to the Charlie story. Dad passed in what was it, April of 2016. So it was the summer of 2016. I went down to go, do the family plot thing for Dad's plaque and all that. And while I was down there, I ran into Charlie. I said, I'm going to run into Charlie. And I said, I'm going to walk around until I run into his summertime. I walked around. I've caught him helping his girlfriend move out, and he told me where he was living. So I went to Walmart. I got a couple blaster boxes of 2016 Topps, and we opened them up, and just like old days, and it was a good time. I do have some of the cards left out of that break that I did. This was Charlie's favorite card. It was Say Hey Willie Mays. And I've looked this up. This is a $2 card, but I think I'm going to put it in my display for the simple fact that it was Charlie's favorite card. And I did read his obituary. Sorry, Charlie passed away, guys. And so he had a lot to do with me and my when I was collecting growing up. I remember buying so many boxes of 93 Donruss off of Charlie. So I just want to, say I miss you, Charlie. And when I talk about loving your hobby, it's what it's about, yo. So until next time, guys, love your hobby and I'll love you back. Peace.